Hey guys, this is PhoenixSD, and I'm coming out with a new cast. It's going to be a new series of casts. I'm going to do a couple different games just to kind of get started. There's no real specific order to any of them. They're not best of series that I'm aware of at all. Mostly just going to be random ladder matches between high-level players. This one right here is actually between EGDemuslim Vs DeMuslim and Incredible Miracle NesTea. Or not Incredible Miracle, just IMNestea. Excuse me on that one. So here we go. Looks like early game shenanigans. We've got just nothing to really talk about. We do have the close air positions though. So obviously we're gonna have NesTea scout him out with the Overlord. Let's see, nothing crazy yet. No super early gas from DeMuslim at any point. I guess I'll just take this time to tell you guys a little bit about myself, since this is going to be one of my first casts, just in case it's first time tuning in. Let's see here, I'm 21. I live in San Diego, California. This is going to be one of the casts that I'm doing. One of the casts that I'm doing just over the next few days. I'm going to start doing more and more casts of just random replays, like I said, and my goal is basically just to kind of get some recognition on the fact that I do know what I'm doing in the game. I am a top 8 diamond level Zerg on the NA server. Alright, so we got a double proxy racks out of DeMuslim. Wow. I was waiting for him to build the barracks back home, saw the 2 SCVs, and I figured it might be a single with a bunker going down, but no. It is a double proxy racks. So hopefully NesTea can get his Overlord over there just to scout it out a bit. Alright, he's actually going to see. I was hoping he'd get the Overlord at DeMuslim's main to see what to see where the barracks is, but he just scouts him out, sees that he's there, and stops. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, NesTea. Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry. This pool's barely. Let's see. It's about halfway done, and the barracks is already pumping Marines. So what we're going to have is he's going to think it's just a standard bunker rush because the timing is going to be a little bit late, but oh my god. Oh, this is just so dirty. He's trying to get the supply pod wall up just to protect himself as well as not get supply blocked. Basically the goal right here would just be to wall off just in case this doesn't work. He's not completely undefended from any counterattacks from speedlings. Here we go. Here goes the bunker. NesTea seems to be underreacting right now. He does not know about that barracks over the double barracks right here. He thinks he has a lot of time, a big rush distance. Once he notices that these Marines are actually doubled right here, they're coming in quick, he's going to either have to assume, one, that it was somehow a reactor got put up that quickly, or that it's a proxy. Obviously he's going to assume it's a proxy because there are now, let's see, 4 Marines and 4 SCVs over here with the bunker finished. He's got spine crawlers going down. The second bunker finishes. Wow. Queen comes out, as well as the one at sea. There's a queen at the main as well. So he does have the amount of forces to break this. Unfortunately, his spine crawler, is it not taking damage now? It's not taking damage. Is it within range, though? There you go. Just on the edge of range, so he will defend this. Actually, his spine crawler placement on the left side is actually very poor. He's taking a lot of damage on the spine crawler. I don't know if he'll be able to break this with this left spine crawler. He's going to need to... Oh my god. So many units lost. The SCVs are healing the right bunker. He's going to unload and salvage. First one, the second one does get cleaned up, but Jesus. Let's see what the... let's see the units lost. Where is it? Oh, painful. Painful. Alright, let's see here. Just the Marines still harassing a bit, but as of now, NesTea has held it off. What do we got going back on at the base over here? An expansion coming up. Just taking advantage of the fact that there really is no mining being done at a fully saturated base. He's got about a half saturation on each base. Let's see here. Where was it? It's lost. And there it is. Control R. That's the one I was looking for. So he really only lost 4 workers. Or, I'm sorry, 2 workers. But he did lose 24 Zerglings as well as, I believe, did he lose a queen? No, he kept the queen alive. So that's fortunate for NesTea. But damn. Oh! Is he going to scout it out now? He's just going to scout, see what's going on, because the queens are obviously not going to be able to kill this barracks with that. Let's see what their 9 damage, so they'd actually have to hit it 100 times to kill it. Yeah, that's, well, technically it's 100 times, but just over that. About 110, something like that. Oh, that's rough. Alright. Okay, well he's just scouting it out. Let's see what DeMuslim sees here.
Base is under
Alright,
attack.
so he's just he knows there's nothing crazy going on. What's DeMuslim got going on back in his base? A second expansion. He's double expanding out of this with factory. I'm gonna assume he's dropping a. He's still got the barracks flying around. He's just completely taking map control with barracks. This is just kind of ridiculous at this point. Like, alright, picked up a creep tumor. Nothing bad right there. They're both let's see here with production tab. Let's see the income tab actually. Alright, so right now he's actually behind in harvesters. So good amount of workers went through FNST. Unfortunately he is gonna kill them. No, the Zerglings actually managed to oh, you know what, they were on creep. So he managed to clean it up because of the creep. We still have this floating barracks out here, which is kind of a bad play. I did notice it as soon as I pointed it out. Let's see here, nothing special over here, so he's going mech. We're getting the factory with the tech lab. We've got the third factories going down. The expansion is still not up for DeMuslim, and you know I gotta be honest, he's not really doing too much damage with these attacks. He's just falling farther and farther behind. He is, however, revealing that he's not going with any type of bio because he is floating all these barracks around. IMNestea can see that this one is actually fully healed. He does have the eye right here, so he can take a look outward around, see the barracks that is on fire. It is losing health pretty quick, so it most likely will just die. Unless there's a couple SCVs that get popped out. We do have Blue Flame being researched right now, as well as Speed just coming up. IMNestea is actually getting a Baneling nest, which is a huge mistake. Hellions are light units, but if they catch the Banelings in a line, they are just useless. You need to go with roaches. I mean, unless he's trying to end this early and just bling bling all in somehow, pull it off, be that IMNestea and just destroy. I don't see how these Banelings are gonna help. He's getting the Spire as well. He thinks he's going bio. He has no inkling that this is gonna be a mech build. And for some reason now we have. Oh, I guess he's going engineering grade for the turrets. I was confused for a moment, but okay. So now IMNestea knows. Now he knows that there's mech. He's got the tech lab on 2 of them. He's just pumping Hellions out of the 3rd. I'm surprised we don't actually see a reactor on the factory. I guess it's due to the barracks floating around. He didn't actually have anything to make it with and then hop it over. All right, there it goes. So we've got IMNestea pretty much holding this attack right now. He's nothing too crazy. He is going to take a lot of damage on this Spine Crawler, though, as well as that Creep Tube, which is a little bit more important target. Hellions are light units, keep in mind, so they will take extra damage from those Banelings. Versus light, they do 19 damage, but, I mean, take a look here. The Baneling, let's see, versus light, it does 35. Hellion, light mechanical. So it definitely will, if the Banelings can land on the Hellions, it is a great play, but unfortunately, that is very difficult to do, especially off creep, because off creep Hellions are faster pretty much than flames. Oh, and that can happen. Let's see. Yeah, he's just going to kite, hopefully try to get the Banelings. But, oh, he's going to get. Oh, there you go. Alright, now the Mutas are in there. You see one Baneling just taking them out. We do still have the Overseer in here. The Thor is here now. We've got the missile turrets going down all over the back of the base. We've got actually Terran building armor being researched right now. So I'm pretty sure he's not taking this game very seriously at this point. I mean, that's pretty obvious with the proxy racks, the ones floating around. He's going with Thors. I mean, this is actually just really just an obnoxious game. IMNestea is taking the eyes. Still got the Hellion up here just to deny the 4th, which in reality, I mean, this is the natural 3rd, as well as this. So taking a 4th would most likely be here. So this is actually denying the 5th, if the game even gets that far. Okay, well, I guess he's just gonna expand up there and prove me wrong. Oh, and he barely survives. Okay, so we've got the Hellions coming across the map. They are gonna get over here. The Mutas, however, are in position to take them out because he does have vision from the eyes. Keep in mind, whenever any type of race deletes the units from the from the Zelnaga Tower, I call them the Eye sometimes. Bear with me. Whenever they remove those units from the towers, it's most likely because they don't want you seeing some form of harassment coming or a big push coming. Generally, if it's just like a small engagement that's coming through, they won't really take out the eyes. Like if it's a couple stalkers or a couple Hellions coming through, and you already know they have Hellions, they won't really do anything for you. But he does need to take out as many of these Hellions as he can before he gets to the Thors. Alright, so 4 Thors on the map against 6 Mutas. So yeah, that's not a very good, okay, 5 Thors. Alright, so we've got Carapace upgrades coming down for the ground as well as missile attacks for, I'm sorry, that was the air armor as well as ground missile weapons. And I don't, okay, so now he's got roaches. Now he's actually getting roach speed. He's got, he needs to get burrow on the way, he needs to get tunneling claws. He's floating a ton of minerals. He's got his expansion up now, and he needs to saturate that. He's getting the spine crawlers going. He's really focused on defense right now. Looks like DeMuslim is not going to push out, though. He's just focusing on taking his third. 3-base Terran is incredibly hard, but that is the exact composition you need to be able to produce mech, especially off of, I mean, he's only got 3 going right now, so it's actually not, excuse me, there's 4 and 5. He does have 5 of them now, so he's going to want to expand to his 4th, and there it is. So I was going to say, you need 3 base is good to just supply yourself with a good amount of mech army, but really where you want to be ideally with mech, if you want to get upgrades and be able to produce off 2 factories with reactors and 4 with tech labs, you really want to be on pretty much 5 base, but you can actually just do it on 4 as long as you're trading efficiently. Keep in mind this army is incredibly immobile, so the fact that ST is going with an army that is fast like Mutas, even Roaches are actually, even though they're off creep with that speed upgrade, they do outrun most of the units that DeMuslim is going to have, aside from the Hellions, which they counter. So in this case, he'll actually be okay. Let's see here, we've still got all these Lings and Banelings. He's actually maxed right now. He's got 2 supply left that he can actually take advantage of, whereas DeMuslim is supply blocked. So IMNestea has definitely come back in this game. The harassment with the Mutas is definitely distracting, especially with the Thors. It just pulls them out of position just enough to where it makes DeMuslim need to drop a bunch of missile turrets at each expansion. He even noticed that he was supply blocked earlier and had to call down some supply. So he is just building some 3 supply pads at once. Now he noticed it, built all those. We have 27 Banelings coming in. 27. Oh, that's just amazing. We've got the Hellions going up top. They're going to definitely do some damage. IMNestea gets some units up there, and he does. He's going to recover from that. The Banelings going through. Small little contingency of Banelings trying to take out a couple Hellions, which they are successful. As of right now, if IMNestea has the eyes, which he does, he should push in, and there we go. He can see that all the tanks unsieged. There was only actually 1 out there. The second and the third ones are coming through right now, but these Banelings are all just getting roasted by the Hellions. Exactly like I thought they would. If they hit the Thors, they waste themselves, but if they hit the Hellions, it's perfect. They're just too slow. They're off creep. They can't do anything. These Roaches are not able to take down pretty much anything. This Queen out here even is just going crazy with his micro, trying to get everything. They're on the kitchen sink as well. Alright, so we've got the 5th base coming up for IMNestea as well. We still haven't seen him take this one. I guess it is a little bit more dangerous to take this as a Zerg player because you can get sieged up pretty easily. The Terran can siege up right here, as well as come up here to the eye, even drop tanks right here, and just really siege up that base. Up here it's a little bit more difficult because you actually have defender's advantage, whereas on this one it's a little bit riskier because his units are popping out and just immediately coming right over. We do have IMNestea remaxed. Pretty close to it again. He has no ground armor, though. He has 2 attack, no armor. I feel like he might have won that engagement if he had a little bit more in the tech on the ground. Okay, there we go. It looks like he is getting that ground armor now, as well as Tunneling Claws, Burrow, and Greater Spire. It looks like he doesn't want to get supply blocked as well, so he's getting, excuse me, he doesn't want to get supply clapped with just drones, so he's dropping down a bunch of spine crawlers. Let's see if we can get the focus fire on this planetary right here. We do have some units coming over to help defend it, but it is not going to help. Those units do go down. Excuse me, that planetary does go down. These roaches can actually take out the majority of this contingency of his army. DeMuslim doesn't want to get pulled out of position with his whole army in case there's a counterattack coming through. But right now, it looks like IMNestea has DeMuslim just running around the map trying to use his force as a mobile force, when in reality, it's really not. He's got these 4 mutas out here just kind of chilling. He does have tunneling claws now, so that he will heal that much faster. We do have vehicle weapons level 3 coming through for DeMuslim, as well as vehicle plating number 2. Number 1 is almost done for ground armor in IMNestea's favor. He is getting close to supply cap again. He does not have that many, let's see here. Looks like there was a drop back here that he did clean up. I heard something blow up. It could have been a couple Hellions. I'm sorry I missed that. But we do have the roaches getting picked off by some tanks. Oh, wow. We've got 5 tanks sitting out here, 6 tanks out here. Infestors now. We've got those corruptors on the field as well. Detective Broodlord. He does have that greater spire. Let's see if he still has it, or did he cancel it and just leave it as a regular spire. Oh, there it is right there, and he's got everything hiding around it so no one can see it in case there's a scan. As of right now, this entire roach force is contained, which is terrible. Let's see, here we are getting the +3 attacks right now, and we do have some Broodlords morphing. It looks like we just have 1 because of the supply cap. If he wants to get another Broodlord, it looks like he can afford a couple more. He is dropping, let's see here, all of his roaches. Wow, I was thinking he was getting spine crawlers into the ground, but in reality, he is just sacrificing all of his roaches. He has no gas and 4,000 minerals right now. He's got Facebook money right now. He's getting close to Facebook money, which is 5,000. Dear God, that is just so much money to be pooling at this point in the game. 23 minutes in, he is maxed, though. I give him credit for that. There is a push going through right now. Alright, so we've got everything going right now. We do have, how many is that? Okay, so that is, what, 9 plus 4. We've got 13 Broodlords right now, or 8 plus 4, so we've got 12 Broodlords right now. The Fungals are holding the Thors in place, and the Broodlords are tearing them apart. These tanks have no chance right now. They need to unsiege and run away. The Hellions are useless against the Broodlings because they don't do anything. I mean, they are a light unit, the Broodling, so it does do extra damage to it, but there's just too many of them, and they don't line up in a straight line. There's nothing he can do at this point. What DeMuslim needs to do is just start pumping Vikings. He needs to drop that starport. There you go. He's got 3 starports pumping Vikings. Doesn't even have time to drop reactors on these guys right now. In my opinion, he should just pop this factory off and drop the starport on there and just start getting some Vikings, because there is no chance that he's going to be able to get these Hellions to make any use out of themselves at all right now. The only thing I can possibly see them being useful for is killing the Banelings that are coming through, but in reality the Banelings wouldn't kill the Thors. They would kill the tanks unless they're sieged. So he just has to, he can't siege his tanks because of the Broodlords, and he can't kill the Banelings because the tanks aren't sieged. This is just the worst possible spot you can be in right now. He is, in fact, focus firing down on these Broodlords. He's got his Vikings out, distracting the Corruptors, just doing that much more damage to the Broodlords. And the Banelings come in, and they are going to do absolutely nothing. They kill 1 Thor. And there we go. It looks like he is going to be able to clean this up for a second. The Hellions come in and just barely hold this off. He is going to be okay. There is 1 Broodlord left. We do have +1 air attacks coming through, as well as vehicle plating number 3. So we are going to have 3/3 Thors, tanks, and Hellions on the field against what looks to be 0-1. Excuse me, it'll be 1-1. Oh, 1-1 air, and that is just, I mean, when your Hellions aren't the ones doing the damage to the air as well as the tanks, the fact that the Thors are there, you can kind of recover from having just 0-1 air or 1-1 air against 3/3 ground, but man, is that just so risky. He is relying so much on the fact that his micro is going to pull him through and that those Thors aren't going to be able to get in range. This is just amazing. He needs, okay, so look, he's got what looks like 6 Vikings on the field, I believe. There we go. He's still pumping them out of the starport, at least out of 1 of them. He is so low on minerals, though. He's got, what is that, 4 mules over here, just trying to get that mineral income right now. I'm looking for, okay, it looks like he floated down his main down to the 3rd, and that's how he had his, that's how he took that. We do have some mutas, and basically they're just scouting right now. There's no purpose to these mutas other than that. We do have IMNestea taking his 5th. I believe it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Excuse me, his 6th. We have the macro hatched here. Let's see. We're still working on upgrades for the Greater Spire. We are not. So it's one. Oh, wait. IMNestea's about to max again. Okay, slows down a little bit. Realizes that he's not. Let's see here. I feel like he was going to make some more Broodlords, but he realized he was going to get engaged on them sooner than he thought. So, alright, and where are the Corruptors? The Corruptors need to get out front now. All those Vikings just picked up like 3 Broodlords. Oh, this is just bad for IMNestea right now. This is so bad. DeMuslim just has tanks sieged up. There's nothing he can do. He's got, what is that? He's got 8 Vikings on the field. So, as of right now, IMNestea is in a pretty much a stalemate with DeMuslim. He can't push in, and DeMuslim can't unsiege and push out, because as soon as he does that, IMNestea has the advantage. So he really just needs to get more tanks and leapfrog them while keeping his Viking count high. The Thors aren't really doing much anymore. Basically, they're just preventing them. That's preventing IMNestea from getting his infestors any closer. The Broodlords are pretty much just nullifying the tanks at this point. But if there was infestors on the field, or excuse me, on the ground right there, the Thors can 2-shot the infestors, and by that I mean a shot from the left arm, shot from the right arm, and the infestor's dead. So that's just, as of right now, the infestors are useless unless they're protected by those broodlings. So they really need to just keep these broodlings alive, or at least keep the broodlords alive, so that the infestors can fungal these. Oh, but he's just wasting them all on the Hellions. These Hellions are not the units you want to be fungling. You want to be fungling these Vikings, because they're just tearing through your broodlords right now. If he can just get a couple more fungals out. Okay, so he killed about 5 Hellions with that last fungal. He's still trying to get that ground armor. But as of right now, I mean, IMNestea has absolutely nothing. It's 123 supply to 172. He's trying to get ground armor, but he has no ground units that are actually doing anything, so I don't know why he's wasting his money on that. He's now pumping 38 roaches. This is his final stand right here. He's going to try to kill all the Vikings with the Corruptors and save as many as he possibly can to morph into Broodlords at the end of this. He is now at 200 out of 200 supply. He's making 44 roaches. This is his death push. If he does not kill him with this, if IMNestea does not kill DeMuslim with this push, it will be he needs to push this force back. He needs to recover, build another force of Broodlords, and push in with a Roach Broodlord army, because as of right now, there is not much he can do, and that is GG, sir, because Thors are just tearing through these Roaches right now. There's tanks, there's Thors, there's Hellions, there's still Vikings in the air. There's one infestor, does not have enough energy to fungal right now. God, it's as of right now, there's 17 Roaches coming out against 3-3 Thors, and look at all the focus firing going down. They still can barely kill it. I mean, that was like 12 Roaches hitting one infestor, or excuse me, one Thor, and it wasn't dying. It's because it's 3-3, and these Roaches are 3-1. They don't have enough time. They're killing the Thor, but the Thor is just tearing them apart before it even has a chance to, before the Roaches even have a chance. Now that he has 2-2, or excuse me, 3-2, he has a better chance, but IMNestea has got to pull a miracle right here. And it looks like he just might. He's getting from both sides. He's fighting with drones. He's killing the Hellions. He's getting the Thors. He's fighting with his Queens. If these Roaches could kill this last tank and this Thor, he's successfully pushed it back. Now, how good was DeMuslim's macro back here? He did expand, but he just pulled it down. He does have a lot of floating energy. He's going to use that for mules, definitely. He's no reason to scan or drop supply. He is maxed out on 200 supply, at least for supply pads. He has a reason to scan now. If he can pick off all these drones that just burrowed, that would be perfect. Now we have landed Vikings going up against one Queen. So they are going to go ahead and land, or pop back up. There is about, let's see, it looks like 20 Roaches right there, about 884, yep, 20. We do have the tanks being replaced right outside of the creep, so that there is no vision for IMNestea on where those are at. You know that, as you know, you do have the creep vision is wherever your creep tumor is. It's like a building, so it's not actually the creep that gives you vision, it's the tumor. Let's see here, what else is going on. We still have those Vikings just chilling back here. We do have that, oops, excuse me. We do have that, that last base going up. Sorry, it looked like the game ended. I didn't even realize it, but it did not. So we have this last base going up right here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he's just trying to get his 6th again, which feels weird to say. He's trying to get his 6th base. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, IMNestea is recovering, and he is coming in with what looks to be, let's see here, 30 roaches, 2 infestors, against 15 tanks and 12, 11 hellions. I don't know if he can do this. This is a huge force of tanks with 3 Thors popping as of, I want to say, let's see, about 20 seconds from now. There's going to be another 2 Thors popping out. You know, the best thing I could think of to do right now for IMNestea, instead of pushing directly into this force, which is pretty much unbreakable at this point with ground units, would be to Nidus. I mean, you don't see it a lot, but I mean, he could pop a Nidus right here, and by the time the units got all the way back up here to kill it, I'm pretty sure he could pop out most of his units and at least distract enough to get the Nidus, get all the units out of the Nidus. That way the tanks are unsieged and they have to move, and he could even run by with some lings. We do have that +2 weapons coming up for his air units, so he is planning on going with that Broodlord, that heavy Broodlord composition again, or at least trying to get those Corruptors out to nullify the Vikings. Let me take a drink here, guys. I am getting a little parched. I apologize. Alright, so we just have him. Looks like he's just trying to take these protected expansions from the destructible rocks on both sides. It is one of the later bases that you will take. You mostly don't see players taking this. If you do see it, it's usually because there's a base race scenario and either like somebody dropped down a War Prism or something like that, or Terran lifted off and landed his command center there just to protect himself in the event that there was a base race scenario, or if there was a 4-gate gone so right. But we do have all those Vikings just went down. It looks like the Infestors and the Corruptors composition was just a little too much for them to handle. We do have that 7th base going down for, or excuse me, finally coming up for IMNestea now though, which is awesome. We now have DeMuslim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's on 5 base actually as of right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got 4 bases. We do have an engagement going on in the center, though. It looks like the roaches are still 2-3, or excuse me, 3-2, with the attack being 3, the armor being 2, and everything else is obviously still 3-3. He only has one thing to upgrade because he's going to heavy mech, heavy ground units here. We do have one hero roach trying to take out the entire army, but that's obviously not going to work. These tanks are just sieging up, they're leapfrogging, and right now IMNestea is just on the back heel. He has nothing he can do. He needs Broodlords. Where are the Broodlords? They're morphing somewhere. I can't find them. Wait, there they are. We have Broodlords right here. But as of right now, this base is sieged up. That was one of his last mining bases. He's got 2 left. This base is now getting drone saturation all the way over to it, so it looks like he will be okay for right now. This one's almost mined out. So he's really only mining up 2 bases, whereas it looks like it is actually the same for DeMuslim. We do have a favorable engagement right here for IMNestea for a short second, but after the looks like after the tank sieged up, it was very in the favor of DeMuslim. These Broodlords are just getting picked clean. Looks like there's 4 Vikings in the air, 5 Vikings in the air, and as of right now, these Broodlords are just getting picked apart, and that's GG. Whew. Well, that was a very intense macroed game. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Again, my name is PhoenixSD. This was IMNestea versus EGDemuslim. So guys, I'm going to be casting a couple more, so go ahead and look for me on YouTube. You can search under PhoenixSD, all one word, and go ahead and take a look. I also do have a stream on Twitch TV. It's twitchtv.com/PhoenixSD. You guys can tune in and watch that. I'm in the top 8 of my Diamond League. I'm trying to get up to Masters. I want to say, I think I'm on rank 5 or 4 right now. But been sitting there for a while, doing good. I always try to be nice on the stream and get my mods into the chat, things like that, get the chat interacting with me, different things like that, answer questions. People have questions for me, we can always do that. A lot of times I have questions for you guys. Something will mess me up in the game and I haven't seen it before, or I'm still just not sure how to counter it or what to do about it, so I'll give you guys a little shout and see what we can do about it. But yeah, I mean, guys, please do follow me on Twitch, and go ahead and like this video and all the other ones to come. So I want to say thank you very much, and I guess I will see you guys later.